Alright, so doing a video analysis here on a discus thrower from India. I'm not sure of his name, but on excuse me, on YouTube and email he comes through as PKBest, the number 4 ever. So PKBest4Ever, throwing discus, and we're going to take a look here and see what's going on. So first and foremost, I am at the gym. If you do hear a lot of crazy background noise, that's why. But we're going to go through and take a look at this a couple times just in real time. You can see just from kind of watching some of the throw here, he's a 40-meter thrower, so he's throwing about 135 feet or so. And you can kind of see just from watching the video, there's a lot of spinning. So I'd like to see a lot more of a linear movement instead of an actual twirling or spinning in the air. So we're going to see what's going on here and see how we can correct it. So the first part of this, we've got to take a look at this right foot and this whole right leg and see what's going on. So you can see as you come through, you do a good job of getting the right foot off the ground at a good period, at a good time. But right here, if you watch the path of that right foot, what starts happening is you're going to come through and you're going to actually lift that right foot up in the air, just like this. Watch how the right knee, the right hip, everything starts going up in the air. Almost like you're jumping up, like you're trying to hurdle over something. Don't jump up in the air. I want you to drive across the circle. So from right here, think about keeping this right foot a little bit lower to the ground and actually driving, almost like you're sprinting, drive across that circle and land with your foot right here in the middle. So see here how your right knee, your hip, your butt, everything goes up in the air. You can kind of tell by looking at the chair behind you and this gentleman standing behind you. Everything goes up and then you twirl in the air. So you're not really running down that circle, you're jumping and spinning. So don't jump and spin. I want you to think about keeping that right foot closer to the ground and running and driving across that circle. Don't jump up and over. Think about a run. Think about a sprint. Like if you were going to run as quickly as possible, you wouldn't have your foot that high up off the ground. Foot would be a lot lower to the ground. Okay, so that's why there's a more of a jump and a twirl, jump and a spin type motion. Okay. Now from here you can also see what's going on with that left foot. So watch the left foot. As the left foot comes off the ground, look how high the left foot is. Here's the left foot right there. It's almost level with your butt, with your hips. So now that left foot has to come all the way up and then all the way back down again. And by the time it gets down, you're wide open. And because you're wide open, when you throw, you can't push through the ground, you're dragging that toe. So you've opened up too early and it's affecting timing in the front. That's not what we want to see. So think about keeping your feet lower to the ground. Keep this right foot really low to the ground. Let that right foot stay low and then come straight to the middle of the circle. The left foot, keep that low to the ground, almost like you're going to click your heels together, or else you're going to touch your toes together, your feet together. So right here, bring that foot in and across. The quicker you can get your foot from the back of the circle to the front of the circle, the more efficient that you can do that, the more of a straight line you can keep that in without that up and down kind of inefficient jumping and twirling. You're going to land in a much better power position. You're going to get to the front of the circle earlier, and you're going to be able to keep your feet on the ground to deliver power all the way through that throw. All right, so that's what I've got for you today. I mean, everything here looks pretty good. Looks like you get a really good push on that discus, really good extension at the end. But I got to get you to keep those feet on the ground. The way I'm going to get you to keep those feet on the ground is by keeping your feet closer to the ground as you come through that drive phase. So instead of that up in the air and then that left foot coming up in the air, we're going to keep those feet as close to the ground as possible, and that's going to help you as you go through the rest of your throw. All right, so that's what I got for you today. Thanks again for sending in the video. I'm going to upload this to YouTube to help all the other athletes out like yourself that might watch it. And if you have any questions, please let me know.